What up, what up? It's the Outlaw. And today's episode is episode 10. Now, I know if you guys go through my videos, there's some episodes missing. My last video is blocked. I'm not sure why. I'm still trying to figure that out. But, and then there was a couple for the giveaway that I just deleted because, didn't really need them. So, Tier 6, an increased rally size. I don't have them unlocked yet, but I wanted to make a video and show you guys a new research. Ultimate Combat. You got Tier 6 troops and Tier 6 traps. And that's all I could get done. They did add right now for the Easter event, you can use 1,000 speed-ups at a time for research, construction. It says training, but as you can see, it's not working for training, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But along with the Tier 6 troops, which we get a better look in here. Oh, by the way, I knew this was going to happen. I dismissed all my troops because nobody would hit me. And I knew, I almost didn't do it. I knew as soon as I did it, it would screw me over, and it sure did. Because I was taking hero-less hits. I took a rally the other day in, like, I put basic champion gear on, and I took a rally and ate it. And this was after I cut down my troops. But then they came out with these, and I can't even take a hit in my Guardian gear. I still burn. So, I am bummed that I dismissed all them troops. I did it because nobody would hit me, and, well, I grew too big to draw any attention, even hero-less. I only took maybe 2 hits hero-less that weren't tests, and then nobody would touch me. I'd sit with my hero gone, without a shield, and nobody would touch me. So I dismissed my troops and wanted to lower my power because it was over 30 trill, and I didn't want that. And it backfired, but that's okay because I'm going to rebuild, but I want to rebuild the smallest I can because I couldn't lead rallies anyways, and I was bigger than some rally leaders, so I need to redo my troops, which is fine. But they also increased the, let me see if they still got the blog. The solo size now, there's the 1,000 speed ups. See, it says one click use, 1,000 speed ups for training. Doesn't work. I messaged them, we'll see if they message back. 50 million rally size. So they added the 12 new ultimate troops, which is Tier 6. 50 million rallies and 10 million solos. They added the 9 new traps. And new training gear set. And that's from the research. Another 650k attack, 25k defense, 35k health. 2,000 armor piercing, type, and 2,000 troop armor piercing, 10,000 total accuracy. Oh yes, they added this too, the graveyard, and it's a separate thing from the other one. So every time you kill or lose tier 5 troop, you get stats. Crazy, right? So we're switching states again. We went back to 273, which is where I started, just to have a little fun. Which we did. And we had to listen to people complain, whatever, because when we joined this, we were the top alliance. 273 is pretty empty. I've heard about a merge happening for months now and nothing's happened, so I think most people had the same idea as us, that this state's not where we need to be. However, we came back here, they moved to the new state, and I'm stuck here till I get a pack, which I said I weren't going to do anymore. However, if I don't get tier 6, I can't even join a rally. I don't know why they came out with tier 6 so fast. So that's a bummer for real, because my whole plan was to just learn how to be a trap and trap with the changing stuff in the game, but joining a rally is a big thing. Like, I want to be able to fill rallies and get kills, and I can't do that now. So the other thing is, I'm out of traps. That may be why I burned in this gear, because like the speed ups I've gone through is insane. Since I started the game, I had way more speed ups than I could ever use. Well, as they added the new stuff and things got more expensive, now I'm out of speed ups. So for right now, I can't show you how the, tier 6, because I don't have them. But I have seen them in action, and they hurt. Like I said, right before they came out, I took a hit in basic champion gear, just to kind of draw in an attack. And I didn't change the first time, because I was going to see what kind of damage it did. And it did damage. No. My troops did damage, I didn't burn. But as soon as they came out with this other stuff, and I started burning, and let me tell you, that was only like a 39 million rally. It wasn't a full rally yet. And I burnt, so I can imagine what a 50 million rally would be like. But today's video is going to be short. I just wanted to go over the new stuff they released. Ultimate Combat. It's where you get your extra, obviously your troops, your deployment size, attack deployment. Oh, that's traps deployment, yep. More troop attack, defense, accuracy, armor piercing. And it's a good sized tree too. Omega Troop Resource Training Cost. Omega Troop. So you got the artilleries. And I haven't got any further on mobile traps either. I don't think, since the last video. I'm at 40 here, then out of 3. The resource cost is insane, but inflation Oh, that's a $199 pack. So like a $80 pack or whatever, you get 30,000 KT resources, whereas, you know, a week or two ago it was, I don't know, what was it, like 800 to 1,000 KT. They have the packs that guaranteed unlock tier 6, but, you know, that doesn't mean you're going to unlock necessarily all of them. So I think starting off with tactical would be the way to go. At least that's the more common troop type. If we're rallying and don't use mixed, it's usually tactical. Upkeep is 900 for one, is what it looks like. So I'm kind of, even though I'm bummed that they came out with it so quick, I'm kind of excited to see what tier 6 can do. It's just a constant bad power shift in this game. As soon as one side gets too powerful, because traps are becoming crazy again. And then they release this, which breaks the traps at the time. And it'll only be a matter of time before people start figuring out how to trap, and it goes back and forth. And also the packs, one thing I've noticed, the packs are having ridiculous amounts of VIP and Commander commendations to level up, so I have a feeling that's coming soon too. As well as probably higher level buildings. So, to me, it's better to wait a week or two before buying a pack anyways, so that way I can get a pack and advance everything a little bit. Because a lot of people, if you're a rally leader, you got to buy instantly to keep up, but if you're not, you know, the packs constantly get better and better daily. And so, you know, that pack that will unlock just tier 6, in a week or two will probably unlock all tier 6. Because the other day they had a pack, I think it was yeah, see right here, unlock normal and advanced tier 6. But that doesn't say mercenary tier 6. So in about a week, they'll probably have a pack that will unlock all 3. I mean, don't quote me on that, I don't know, but that just seems to be the trend. I do really like this 1,000 speed ups at a time thing. I had thousands upon thousands of speed ups from minutes to hours, and that's actually how I got the first few in Ultimate Combat done. The timer was 900 days for each of these, a little over, and just using all my minute ones and stuff, I knocked them out. Yeah, I did notice that too. The speed ups and packs are really lacking. Technically they're giving you millions of days of speed ups, but here's the problem. You have, like the research I have, costs millions of days, and I don't even want to try to guess how long tier 6 takes to train. And I did see your comment the other day, and they need to add just speed up packs, you're right. Just like I'd like to see some $20 packs that are just resources, so there's more resources. Because let's face it, when you look at a pack, like I look at this pack right here, even the $20 one. Okay. Once you get down to... Well, for one, the mobile ops, research speed-ups, the mercenary combat speed-ups. I know they'll probably add to that in the future, but I've got a ton of those. I don't need them. I also don't need all these mod sets I've got, and I realize some people do. When you get down to, like, for me, I don't need none of this stuff from the legendary insignia down. These single mods, probably most people don't need unless you're just starting out. And some of the packs still have chests for certain, I think core sets. I'm not sure, I don't really pay attention, but I don't need them either. I probably got enough to make so many sets of everything besides the new stuff, and the chests that they give you for gear pieces ain't for the new stuff, at least that I've seen. Yesterday there was a pack that had, it was well over 3,000 KT resources, so I'm not sure what this deal is. Maybe they're trying to get people to buy the bigger ones. But it's constantly changing. Yesterday had 2 different $20 ones and a $30 one. They still got nice packs though, I'm not gonna lie. This one right here, I wouldn't mind having. But if you've noticed, look how much of a difference now between food and silver. They've really dropped the food down. And that might be to slow people down on building troops. I'm not really sure what the idea behind that is, but it used to be, it's, from what I've seen, it's been less than the other ones, but not that much less. So, because the only thing I really needed food for, because, well, not all, but a lot of the research I was doing didn't need food. It was more for troops. And like, especially when I was finishing like mercenary combat, or no, not mercenary, advanced, I needed food. Mobile traps, I don't believe needed food. No. But still, there was a time where food was the only thing I didn't have, and if you look at my resources, my food and silver is the most. Silver by far. So, and I'm not going to waste resources getting each building up to 25 until it comes to a point where I have the free resources to spare. Right now, my biggest concern, even over rebel tactics, is the mobile traps, just to increase the capacity and number I could send, and the tier 6 one. I mean, this, of course, this is all important because it adds, but right now, before they added the mobile traps or whatever, I only had like 1 million something traps. Now I can have 2.5 million. As you can see, I'm out because they got demolished. And then the good ones I sent for rallies. But so now you can upgrade this so you can promote tier 5 to tier 6. Yeah, that's how many troops I have left. I dismissed close to 1 trillion. I got down to the power I wanted to be around. I actually wanted to be a little smaller, but I weren't about to get rid of any more troops. And it was such a waste because now I can't take a hit from the new tier 6. I'll show you this state, what I meant. $162 trillion is the biggest power in this state. Now, in my alliance alone, I don't know what they're at now, but yep, we're still top. The next closest one is 878 trillion. But you could see, you saw the highest power person, 162. And in our alliance alone, got 456 trillion, 109 trillion, 102 trillion, 170 trillion. And that's still not very big because there is somebody that is in the state we left was already over 1 KT power. So I'm hoping they merge soon. We're not staying here. But for the people here's sake, I mean, there's almost nothing. Before I left it was bad, but it wasn't nothing like this. The whole reason we left was there was no action. But we came back here, I used a home teleport, and then the plan was to jump to the next one. But I don't have a teleport, so I gotta wait. And I'm gonna put a skirt on because I'll just burn. Oh, the last video I did, maybe it was the one that got deleted. You can now boost. It's not deleted, excuse me. It's blocked in this country. And I still am yet to figure out why. I've got to get on a laptop and look at it. But you can now boost these buildings. And I may have talked about this on a video that we have, but just in case. This is only level 2, 1,000 health. And just like that, goes up another 500-600%. So that's a big buff too. I think you get, is it just health or do you get attack? I want to say you can get attack too. Yeah, army, oh yeah, health and attack. So that's another thing that they added, that you need the rural building modifiers. So when you go to the regular buildings, I have, oh, that's not what I wanted. 353 million building modifiers. And they're just building up, and I don't need them at this point. So I wish they'd kind of add stuff. Like when they added this, they could have just made it cost more than the 1,000 or 5,000 building modifiers that the other buildings cost. Make it cost 5 million, but the problem is we end up with all this stuff that we don't need. And I don't want to break it because I don't know if we're going to need it at some point. I'm literally 1 KT away from VIP 40. I was trying to keep it under VIP 140 because that was part of trying to look a little less powerful than I am, but like I said, at this point it doesn't matter because I can no longer take a hit with what I have at the moment. I mean, I could still take a hit from a non-maxed rally leader with tier 5, but if they've got anything close to max, I burn like a crisp. It was funny because when I came back here, when I was here I was in BCDP or something like that. Yeah, BDCP. And when I left, it just wasn't no action. Everybody was more or less growing, and you know, I was ready to kick some butt. I was already competing with the top players in power and research. So I came back and I changed my name to Guess Who. And I had one of them rally me. And it was funny because that was the one I did in regular gear. So they put a rally on me, and they were hesitant. I mean, it wasn't cut and dry. It took them a few to actually attack me. But when I took the hero, I went in state chat, and I go, oh, I see how it is. I said, you guys, I used to be with you guys, and now you guys are going to attack me. I guess I should ultimate. And they're like, who are you? And they're like laughing about it. And so I changed the guy's name to Law Got You, and then it gave it away. But then they started getting ugly with our alliance because, you know, we kept attacking one of them, and you know, it's a war game. It ain't like we do it necessarily to upset people, but that's part of the game. If you're not gonna shield and you could burn, you're gonna burn. So I don't know. It was just funny because I put Guess Who because they know who I was as soon as I got here. And last time I came here to visit, I was 30 trillion power, or around there. I don't have ultimate execution, by the way, and nor would I spend $100 to ultimate people. What do you mean about making the artillery because of the traps? You mean to break them, or... So it was fun to come mess with them. I wouldn't have ultimated them anyways. The guy that did it's a cool dude. Really, I like all of them. It just wasn't the right place for me. But we just all decided to come here and mess with them. We were going to try to take the control point, which we had a few times. The problem is, everybody's kind of on sporadically lately. So it's hard to get, you know, a full team on for hours at a time, because when you take the control point, you've got to be on for hours at a time. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. I went over what I wanted to go over. I just wanted to show you guys the new Tier 6 stuff for those of you that may not have seen it yet, or I mean, if you're playing the game now, you've seen it, but if you play other games or whatever, because I know the other game like this, which I won't say the name of it because I'm not sure anymore if that's why, if I'm not allowed to say that, but they don't have this yet. They do have the 50 million rally. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Yeah, so as soon as I start unlocking all this stuff, I'll I'm gonna try to be a low power trap, like as low power as I can be and take any hit, because like I said, the heraless hits only lasted like a week. And as soon as they came out with something, I don't know if I'd have been able to take heraless anymore, but actually, no, I couldn't. I did take a test, that's right. I took a test and I couldn't take heraless no more. But on top of that, nobody wanted to hit me anyways. Even after I burnt like it, I could still sit there with no gear on and nobody even bothered. Which during the SVS, I was hoping to take a lot of hits from people, because I've noticed one thing. When you go to other states, people get real brave when it comes to that stuff. They try to solo bigger people than they should. They rally bigger people than they should. So it's usually pretty fun. But so that's where we're at right now. Hopefully I'll get that unlocked here in a week or two. Let me see. No, that's not what I want to see. I want to check one more thing. So of course we always had artillery for that. Okay, so they added artillery for all of advanced and mercenary. Cool. Hopefully that tier 6 will be it for a while though. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll try to do a video next time I upgrade all these things, or if there's new stuff. New stuff's coming out all the time, so when there's a couple new things or something big like tier 6, I'll try to do a video. Alright guys, take care.